Ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to a special event in FTRL, as we are going to be doing for the next few Tuesdays, I believe, until F1 2018. Tonight is an Admin's Choice Championship, which basically means that admins all got together and picked three completely different tracks to put the drivers to the test for this evening. Joining me in the commentary booth, we have Rich T Gaming, aka Dan. Welcome along, my man.
Hi, mate.
How are you?
I'm very warm. What about you?
Yep, sweltering, unfortunately. So we got a lot to get through tonight, mate. So just to let everybody know, we have got three tracks of Spain, Baku and Abu Dhabi. So three completely different circuits. The point system will be 20 points for the race win, 19 points for second, 18 for third, all the way down until the final point scoring position. The only way that people will not score points in this race is tonight is if they disqualify or DNF. It'll be one shot qualifying and 25% race distance, and after the championship is completed we will decide the driver of the evening between the admins, and that person will win a prize fund towards their PlayStation store. So it's not necessarily the person that wins it, it's the person that probably drives the cleanest and obviously exceeds expectation as well. So should be quite an interesting one. Dan, what's your thoughts on the three circuits that are selected for this evening?
Like you say, very different. Should see some spills, especially in Baku.
Oh yes.
But yeah, very good selection by whoever did it. I'm looking forward to it. You can't really expect the same race from them all. What about you? What's your opinion on it?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. I mean, Abu Dhabi's not one that I enjoy racing, but it's one that I think could produce some good battles. So I think for commentary purposes, this could be pretty good. Lennon's already thrown in the excuses that he's got no setups. So we'll have to wait and see how that one goes. But, you know, it's Lennon, so what do you expect? We've got some of the new drivers that are joining us for F1 2018 in the races this evening. We've also got a completely new debutant tonight. In the form of Goldie, I believe his name is. So he's been referred to the league, so let's see how he finds his time. Hopefully people don't crash into him, that'll be much appreciated. But first up, we've got one shot qualifying for Spain. Dan, who's your tip for pole?
Panda.
Yeah, I'm going to go with AMK.
Oh,
hello.
Oh, never mind actually. Probably going to go with Lennon for the rain.
Lennon for the rain? That's not a bad shout.
Yeah.
I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen here. But 20 seconds until one shot qualifying begins. So the first of these three races this evening. Make sure you keep an eye on people's driving etiquette tonight, Dan. And we will have to wait and see what happens. We've got quite a few people watching the stream, so welcome along to you all. And we are 3, 2, 1. And away we go for one shot qualifying in Spain. We are going to take an on board with, who are we going to go? We're going to stay with Chris. Okay, oh, he's massively locked up into the first corner, and that's a lap invalidation, I believe, so we might move on. Let's have a look at...
Yes, it is. He's retired.
Yeah, we're going to have a look at Goldie in the Haas this evening. Not an easy track, Spain, especially in the wet.
I'm very jealous of this rain at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so Goldie is... he's hanging around up there.
Yeah, he's mixing in with the big guns, isn't he? AMK is currently on pole. As it stands, Dale's in second, Pagani and Panda keep changing places. Ravers is doing a great job as well in P5. Well, he's up into second now. Ravers Revenge could be starting on the front row as we approach this tight hairpin now.
Yeah, nice corner, nice, very nice.
Yeah, as we start the final sector of Spain.
Drifts around it a bit.
It's very easy to invalidate on this final chicane as well, so let's hope the guys take it nice and clean, nice and steady. It's taken out nicely as Goldie.
Lovely from Ravers, that is. Fantastic
And
lap.
it's coming over the line. AMK takes pole, and
Just-
Raver's Revenge is very, very close. So amazing effort from Ravers there. Superb job. Goldie
Your
on his
prediction?
first. Yep. First qualifying in FTRL has ended up P7. So the rundown is AMK and Ravers on the front row. We've got the two FTRL admins of Panini and Panda on row 2. With Dale and Lennon on row 3. We've got Goldie and the Quakes, two new drivers in P7 and 8. Wheelie Ticks and Blue Flag round off the top 10. Then we've got X-Lexand and Chick 7th. Then we have got Houdini and Goy Carp on the 8th row of the grid. Toon Patter, the last one to set a time, and Cress with the only disqualification. I think some of the guys might have had a bit of a wobble there throughout their laps, but okay, let's see. What do you reckon it's going to be, a dry or a wet race, Dan?
Wet to dry. Very,
Wet to dry.
very,
Very
yeah,
precise. Yeah, I like it.
quite bold. Oh, never mind.
I know, it's blistering sunshine, so we'll have to wait and see.
Hate this.
Well, the first few corners at Spain can throw up a bit of a storm, so
I'm not the
fingers-
biggest fan of driving Spain.
you know, I do
I seem
enjoy
to get a
driving
lot
Spain.
of oversteer here.
Yeah, I do enjoy driving Spain. I'm just not very good at it. So, yeah, I think the first couple of corners are going to be crucial.
Yep.
So hopefully we don't get too much in the way of carnage. So Dan, if you can keep an eye on the middle of the pack for us, I will watch
Yes,
the front
I will.
runners, AMK and Ravers Revenge. We are 5 lights in Catalonia, and away we go. Looks like a good start there from Ravers. I think he's going to get him here.
Blue Flag gets a great start.
And Ravers has got the inside line going into turn 1. AMK holds it around the outside. Oh, there's going to be contact.
Well, Blue Flag's been involved in a bit of contact, not his fault though.
Yeah,
Few people there.
I've seen a few people have a bit of a spin there, one of them being Dale, I believe.
Yeah, Dale was involved. He was onto the gravel. Toon Patter's really struggling with his car.
Oh, there's a Red Bull
and-
gone. Who's that? That's Matt Cause.
Yeah,
Toon Patter's lost it, unfortunately. Let's see how Goy
So-
Carp is getting on in the early stages. He's moved up to P13, so a good start from Goy.
Pagani's chasing down Ravers now.
Certainly is. Good start
Goldie
from the
and
front three
Lennon
there.
battling around this corner. Goldie's going to have it. He gets it. Very nice overtake. Oh, it was Lennon, my bad. Nonetheless, it was a very good overtake.
Goldie's got nearly 6 laps of fuel in his car.
But Dale and Goy, Chicken Goy, very close together, and Willie Six and Cress. Can Goy Carp handle this, or is he going to crumble under the pressure?
Let's keep an eye. Well, Chicken Guy's in. Matt Cause has retired from the session.
Will Dale get? Yeah, he's past
Yeah.
it.
His straight line speed
Very
is very,
late.
very good.
Goy. Yeah.
Yeah. FTRL Daddy going strong. In P11 in the Toro
Yes.
Rosso.
He's holding his own.
Certainly is. Right, Pagani
Keeping
has
up with
passed
him as well.
Ravers.
Okay.
And AMK's
MK's
pulled
already
out.
got 2 seconds.
Yeah, a 2-second lead. Panda is very close to the back of Goldie. Says what
Pagani's
challenge
having a
materialises.
lot of understeer in this second sector. Oversteer, should I say.
Well, FTRL Panda will be looking to produce a good night's worth of racing tonight, considering he's the newly crowned champion of FTRL.
Yeah, he's
Big
only a point off
congratulations
last
to him.
week.
Exactly. He's cut that final corner a little bit, but he's going to have a good run here on Goldie, I think. Wants to power down early. Now, what's the straight line speed like?
Into Rich. Slipstream. Hasn't really gained on him, to be honest.
Well, DRS will be in effect, should I say? And at the moment, let's go down to FTRL Daddy. He's snuck himself into the points now. So, who's that?
2-9. Houdini.
Houdini's gone.
Touched the gravel there and just slid into it.
And he's off in the background. So FTRL Daddy up to P9. He's having a good race so far. But the real battle is the one for P2 at the moment. And this one,
Tell you what,
3,
Chicken
4,
Guy
5.
has gone on to, I believe that's the hard compound. So he could have a very good run in here, and if he puts some good laps in, he could get a big undercut.
He certainly could. But we have got a very good battle for P2 at the moment. Pagani's just leading this train. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars in this train.
Yeah, Pagani's really struggling at the moment.
Yeah, has he got any damage or anything? Let's have a look. No, he's got no damage.
No, he's just really struggling with the oversteer of this track. And
Yeah, well,
as you see by that exit, Lennon's got a good run on Ravers here. He might send this down the inside.
just to be sensible.
He does.
Yeah, Ravers is running a little bit deep. Yeah,
Gives
good
him
move from Lennon.
space.
Good respectful
Very
driving.
good overtake.
Goldie's certainly holding his own at the moment as well. He's having a look into Ravers now. Is there going to be... Oh, that was close.
Sensible driving there.
So there's Willie Tixter is very close to the back of FTRL Daddy, but... Oh, there's a bit of front wing. Angry Panda.
Panda.
Well, Panda, should I say.
Well, he will be angry now, yeah.
City Posh in the chat. Hello, mate. Hope you're having a nice holiday.
So the Quakes has come onto the back of this now. He'll get a run at Panda, reduce that wing damage. Down the inside.
Oh, they're
Force him off
locking wheels.
a bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Panda.
Panda's just started racing here. Well, they've gone side by side for about 6 corners there, so fair play to them. Excellent driving
Very
from the
good.
two of them.
And blue
Very
flag
good indeed.
is coming into this. He's got DRS. So the Quakes have got past Panda now. And AMK has opened up a 6-second lead in the first 5 laps.
Toonpat has just been lapped, unfortunately, so he's not having the best of starts to his evening.
Just keep going there, mate. Points. That's what you got to think of.
Every single position is points.
Yeah. Goldie's going to look at Ravers in this DRS section.
So it's looking close, isn't it?
Yeah. DRS open.
Needs to be sensible.
Yellow in sector 2. Toon Patter has gone off onto the grass. Lost his wing. Literally all of it. Don't enter there, mate.
Yeah, Goldie got the move done on Ravers. It was a bit of a dive, but there was no contact made. Ravers gave him the space.
Yeah, Toon Patter retired. He lost all of his wing.
Unfortunate to see.
Yeah.
FTRL Daddy sitting at P11. Panda is into the pits, so I imagine there will be a wing change, should I say?
Lennon's gaining on Pagani now.
Yeah, this will be a good battle to watch between those two. Ravers picks up a time penalty. Just cut in the second corner, I believe, or possibly the first. It's quite easy to do.
Cressy's catching up to FTRL Daddy.
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on that. Well, at the moment, the field is pretty close together, other than AMK, obviously. But I mean, between second and what, P11, it's there's only literally a couple of seconds at most between all the cars. So, and I imagine that will close up very, very quickly. Oh, Goldie was going to have a look at Lennon there. He's showing some good pace here, I'm impressed.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing.
Dale's getting close to the back of Simon now. So after his
Yeah,
unfortunate
Quakes has
start,
kind of left blue flag a bit.
yeah, Quakes is showing some good pace as well. So a lot of the new guys showing a lot of promise here this evening. I must admit,
That's
I
what we like
expected
to
to see Chris and Chicken Guy a bit further up the field. Alex Lexand. I know they've had to pit early and whatnot, but
Well, I think one of them, possibly Chicken Guy, was because I saw a Renault in all that construction at the turn one. Because I saw a few guys going off. Dale was one of them. I saw a yellow car, so could have been one of them. I'm thinking Chicken Guy because he's had to pit.
yeah, quite possibly. I'm just looking at Goldie now, and he's close right up to the back of Lennon. He might have him here.
He takes the corners very well. He doesn't touch the curb, any risk of sliding. Ravers is not really letting that gap go.
Very underrated driver is Ravers.
Yeah, agreed.
Unfortunately, he's not there every single week due to work commitments, but when he does show up, providing he stays out of incidents, he can be very, very strong.
There's another good pace. All three dive into the pits. Lennon, Goldie and Ravers.
Any stop-go penalties? No, that's good
No.
to see. So Pagani has taken the race lead in his Toro Rosso on the medium tyres.
Okay, thinking could be stuck in traffic. What's the degradation like at Spain, Aaron?
Fairly high.
Bahrain high?
It's not too far off, to be honest. I wouldn't say it's as bad as Bahrain, but it's not as far off. I'm just keeping an eye on the Quakes and Ravers because he certainly closed up a bit of time there to Ravers during the pit stops.
Yeah, I feel like because so many drivers dived in, he may have been held up.
Yeah.
Lennon, 4/10. Same gap. Goldie's very late on the brakes there. He trusts himself.
He's pushing. What they're like in comparison for fuel. Well, Goldie's got basically double the amount of fuel that Lennon's got.
He's incredibly late on the brakes. If you just watch, like him behind Lennon.
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't go against him at some stage. Well,
Yeah, Dale and Willie both pit.
Yeah, AMK's got back up through the field into second place already. Through to Dale and Willie Tix both pitting. But yeah, this battle for P4 is certainly catching my eye at the moment. I want to go down to where's
Quakes on Panda. Up the inside, Panda's going to hold it around the outside. We'll have the inside for the next corner. I think the Quakes has held off a bit there.
Yeah. No risk element to it. He didn't want to cause any sort of risks and put himself in a position where he was going to jeopardise his own race. Because he's got Dale right behind him as well. So this is very much a good test for the new drivers. I feel tonight. Because there's a real mix of pace throughout the grid. And there's a lot of quick guys in here as well. We've got both Division 1 and Division 2 champion. We've got some of our time trial sweats.
Pagani in the pits.
Now, is he going to come out?
Behind Lennon. I was thinking that.
Oh, he's going to be close. Oh, now Goldie has a look at Lennon. Oh, Lennon has a snap of oversteer there and pushes him off. But Goldie had the run on him. Oh,
Chris, I believe he's yet to pit.
Lennon's gone defensive.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Oh, oh, Goldie's got past Lennon. He's made the move just as I switch off. He goes straight to it. Right, we're going on board of Xlexan now. He's on the back of FTRL Daddy in a battle for P11. Let's have a look at...
That was chasing the Quakes.
Everyone has stopped other than Chris at the moment.
Yep. Dale is chasing up to the Quakes now.
I'm just on board of Xlexan at the minute. He's fairly close to FTRL Daddy. Coming onto this start finish straight, gets a much better exit. This will be the move
DRS
done.
for Dale. Slipstream.
Move done.
They dive down the inside, they touch. And the Quakes looks like he might have held it. No, Dale's still at the inside. Forces Quakes off a bit. And the overtake is done.
Lovely move from Xlexan on Daddy.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off there.
No, by all means, mate, you carry on.
Yeah, Panda's got a bit of time from that battle as well.
Well, if you hear at any point my mic do a little pop, it's because I'm going to unprofessionally vape, so I won't do it on the stream, but I'm still here.
I don't think Panda's changed his wing, has it?
Is he not?
I don't think so, on my screen.
Unless he's picked up the exact same bit of damage, then no, he hasn't. Right, I'm just on board with Simon, blue flag, as he's closed up to the back of the Quakes now. He will be within DRS range.
Quakes swims very wide.
Yeah, Simon's going to have him here.
Oh, DRS.
That's going to have messed up his opportunity ever so slightly, but I think he'll still get this move done.
Yeah. Gives him room. Oh.
Oh, he's lucky. He just had a much better exit to return to.
Quakes tried it around the outside, Simon covered it off. Unintentionally, really.
Oh yeah. It's just, that's a difficult corner. It's a difficult corner.
Yeah. Very hard to hug the inside there.
Certainly is. So as it currently stands, we've got AMK in the lead by 10.2 seconds to Pagani, or Panini. So there's a 3.5 second advantage to Goldie, who's sitting on the podium in his FTRL debut. Raven's Revenge going very strongly indeed in P4. Lennon is in P5. FTRL Panda, the current FTRL champion, is in P6. Dale is sitting in P7 with Simon in P8. The Quakes is in P9, half a second off. And Crest has come out the pits on the soft tyres in P10. So he could be one to watch in his last few laps, because we've seen he's got pace.
He's on the back of the Quakes here, and he's lost 2 positions in 2 laps. So
could it be 3 and 3?
DRS open, gaining very quickly.
Yeah, that speed's brilliant. Yeah, he's going to be nice and patient. He's a good driver, he's Chris. Nice
I
and
haven't really
patient.
seen much of him, to be honest.
Yeah, I've watched him. His racing etiquette is superb. Really impressive.
Blue Flag's going to cover that off. The more these battle, the more Crest is going to come into it.
Yeah, Xlexan as well. He's only just behind. Is Chris going to go for a move? He does. There's a tiny bit of contact, but nothing major. Crest gets better traction on the exit. They're going to go side by side into this uphill left-right complex. Nice respectful driving from the two of them. Yeah, Quakes has held that nicely, but Crest is going to get a much better exit. Quakes goes defensive. Crest is going to have to hold the inside line. Switch back. Is it going to happen?
No.
Oh, it could have happened.
Very lucky.
If he had a lot more room, that could have happened. Fantastic battle between these two. Just letting him know he's there, send him on a little dummy up the inside of him. But I imagine this will be a move for Cress.
I don't know what's going on with the Quakes though, he's really struggling with that last corner.
Yeah. Maybe it's set up.
DRS.
Cress is just going to breeze past him here. I can't imagine the Quakes will dive him. Hopefully he doesn't. No. Nice respectful driving. That's a good battle for a lap there. And Alexander's come right into the fray. Just a second and a half off of this battle. We're going to go and rejoin FTRL DTF, who is on the back of Panda in the hunt for P6.
Goldie picks up a penalty. That could be quite bad actually. I don't know if Ravers has picked up a penalty.
Ravers has got one. I saw him get one earlier. Panda's just picked one up now as well.
So if Lennon stays in the mix, you get a couple of positions here.
I'll be interested to know whether Pagani's got any actually, because Pagani can be either one way or the other. He can get no penalties or quite a few.
Yeah.
Dale does look very racy here on the back of Panda. Panda obviously sporting that damaged front wing, but Goy's just picked up a 3-second time penalty. Not going too badly, Goy. I know he's last of the runners, but he's not a million miles off. And it's certainly ahead of an improvement to what some of his races have been in the past. So props to him for putting in that practice.
Yeah, 100%.
It's not always about being the quickest driver on the grid. And Cress now right on the back of Simon as they start lap 15 out of 17, so 3 laps to go. I imagine this is an inevitable move. That was difficult to say. I won't try to do that again. Oh, Cress around the outside. What a move that'll be. Or is he going to dummy him?
2 trailer park girls.
Yeah, Simon covers him nicely. Simon has been learning from our resident onto the podium for becoming a bit of a bus here, so Cress is going to have to pull something nice out. My best bit of advice to him would be just to get as close as he can coming out the final corner and have him at DRS down the start-finish straight.
Yeah.
Because I think he's been too far back to catch Dale and Panda, etc.
Yeah, I must say, Simon's defensive driving has come on quite a bit.
Well, the thing is with Simon, Simon's always had a good bit of pace, but he was always very conservative. Or Cress has had a poor exit there at the final corner and Simon's nailed it, so this move won't happen anytime soon. But no, Simon is, he was always quite, without being rude, sort of quite easy to pass. XX dive, but space has been left. Yeah, the Quakes took too much of a dive. XX knew what he was doing there, good driving. And where
there's a lot of incidents that Simon's been in, to be honest.
Yeah. Willie Ticks on the back of FTRL Daddy hit in the battle for P12.
And Panda is defending this position. That wing damage is not letting Dale through. Dale picks up a penalty now.
It looks like a harsh penalty to me, I must say.
Yeah. Is it going to be a dive? No, it's not.
Well, they're both looking up for fuel. Oh, Panda's having to run in lean. He's got no spare fuel, and Dale's got just over a lap. So AMK has started his final lap of the race. 12 seconds clear. Comprehensive win for him, I think.
Yeah, Panda helicopter cam. Oh, Dale goes in the gravel there. It's going to cost him.
Yep. Now, can Crest get past Simon on the final lap of the race? Oh, he's going to have a lovely run here. Oh, Simon, that was a bit naughty with the weave in there, I thought.
Oh.
Yeah, Simon's running to the grass there. It looked like he moved twice on the straight there, Simon.
Yeah, could have been a bit of oversteer, to be honest. Especially
he was on the straight.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like when he moved over to the side, like because his tyres could be very wary.
Yeah, he was on the wheel. I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
Crest has got the move done. We're going to go live on board with Dale now. Dale's surely going to have a look at him here.
It's defensive. Very good defensive driving here from Panda. AMK wins the race.
Great start from AMK. He's pulled out probably about 7 tenths a lap, I'd say.
Yeah.
Pagani comes home in a very respectable
corner.
Dale pushing like a madman at the end of the race there. Doesn't quite get it. But Pagani,
that penalty cost him.
yeah, Pagani holds on to P2 and Goldie on his debut gets himself a podium. So excellent driving from him. Raver's Revenge as well was really excelled in that race. P4. Lennon comes home in P5. Panda in P6. Dale comes home in 7th with Crest in 8th. And then we've got Blue Flag, Alex Lexand rounding off the top 10. And then in 11th we've got the Quakes alongside Willie Tix in 12th. FTRL Daddy was 13th. I believe that was Chicken Guy maybe in 14th and Goy in 15th, I believe, was the final standings. We will just take a look. A very entertaining first race there, Dan.
It very much was. I enjoyed that. Very sensible driving.
Yeah, so the final standings we went through just a second ago. I'll just confirm, yeah, we're Chicken Guy in P14. He'll be disappointed with that. And we have got the retirements of Toompata, Houdini and Matt Cause. So the top 15 will get themselves some points there. As we move on to race number 2. Dan, would you mind taking screenshots of the results as well for me, just in case?
That is fine.
And then we will work out the standings at the end.
Done.
Fantastic. Right, we are on to Baku.
The home of my best finish in FTRL. Not to toot my own horn or anything. But yeah, ignore the points on the side here.
Yeah, the points are irrelevant.
Yeah. Just wait for everyone to ready up.
We certainly will. So let's go. Baku, this could be interesting. Now, my tip for pole here is going to be very close between AMK and Panda, I think. Because they've both got extremely quick time trial times into the 39s.
I'm going to go with Panda myself, actually.
Yeah, I think AMK might do it.
But this is quite a tight circuit with a lot of corners. And speaking of a lot of corners, we're at Russia tomorrow with the Performance League.
Oh, I love it.
At 8 PM with our new FTRL champion, FTRL Panda. So be sure to join us tomorrow with one of the final races of that division. It is hotting up, between my co-commentator Aaron, FTRL Blue Flag and Spurge, so be sure to tune in.
It's looking very, very close indeed. So yeah, squeaky bum time, third to last race of the season. For me, it's Damaged Invitation tomorrow at Russia, and then we're on to Britain and Italy, which are pretty strong tracks for me, so hopefully...
Did you say Brittany then?
Brittany, yeah. I thought I'd merge the two together. It's an island just between the two countries. Right, actually,
it's close to Italy.
To be fair, Lennon's got a good point in there. Pagani's very strong at Baku. If he can put his lap together, he could be a contender for pole as well. So My apologies, Pagani, but we'll have to wait and see. I think it'll be one of them three, but let's take an on board through this lap with, where is he? Pagani in the Toro Rosso.
Toonpad's already retired.
Yeah. Oh, not the best of starts for Pagani, so I think that could be his pole lap out the window. Do you want to take us on an on-board with Pagani through the lap, Dan?
Yes, that is fine.
You can do the Paul de Resta.
Well, it's quite a poor exit. Well, quite a poor exit really overall. Not touching any of the curbs, sometimes that is a good thing, but sometimes you can get a little bit of a slide which boosts you up. So he takes this. You can cut that and you won't get an invalidation or a corner cut. Through the castle now, very close. Not really any damage that could be handled there. Currently in 8th on the grid, barring any mistakes. Panda and AMK both 1 and 2. If it takes the curb, that is a very dangerous curb that can swing you into the barrier. Where it takes this, doesn't touch the curb, touches that little flat curve slightly, you can lose a fair bit of time. It's gone up 2 positions now, coming through the last bit. It's quite a nervous area if you've got worn tyres going through there. DRS on that line. See where he comes, what's the straight line speed like. He was 6th, he's gone to 5th. Lennon went down to 7th there, I'm not sure what happened. But a very good lap from Paul. Very good lap from AMK and Panda, separated by 2 tenths.
That was a very good effort, Dan. I was very impressed with that.
Not my best Scottish accent, but it'll do.
Onto the podium, into the chat. Good evening, Connor.
Unmentioned Dale in a P3 there. It's not a bad time at all.
Yeah, Dale's another one. Yeah, Ravers is really, really driving well tonight. He finished 4th in Spain, just qualified 4th in Baku. Now the key to this is the start of the race. You're going to get, hopefully that doesn't cause too many problems. So as we begin Baku for the second race of the evening, this I imagine this is going to be quite an exciting race. So if we do the same thing again, if you can keep an eye on the mid-pack for us, and I will follow the front runners.
That is fine, mate.
Dale's going to be one to watch in this race. I've raced him around Baku before, which is one of my stronger circuits, and he gave me a very, very good run for my money around there.
I'd like to test Ravers for some drug enhancement at the moment.
That is a very good point.
Especially as Russia's tomorrow.
Yeah. Sorry, Connor's just put in a chat. Can we take a moment to acknowledge that FTRL Daddy qualified in 10th place then?
Well, I'll be on board with him, the mid-pack.
We are 5 lights in Baku, and it's lights out and away we go. I think it was quite a poor start from both front runners there. AMK goes very defensive around the first corner.
Blue flag went very ambitious and he spun. Daddy has lost wind there. That is really unlucky from him.
Willie Tix was just hit into the back of Ravers. Now, did he push Ravers into a car? I think Ravers has got slight ring damage on his front left side from Willie Tix.
Yeah, just a little end plate there. Yes, and Pagani, there is carnage there. The Quakes just did not brake. That is very unlucky there. But what happened with Blue Flag is his brakes just did not seem to happen. Like, he went up the inside a bit. I remember him saying last night he had trouble with his brakes.
Oh, and Goy's into the wall. Sorry.
That's fine, mate. He's still going though. Bit of damage on both sides. And he just didn't. He just spun off someone. He's got no damage, luckily, so he can carry on. And Toonpat has spun it in the castle. Lost a lot of wing. Carnage Houdini's got damage on the left side of his wing.
Oh, Willy Tick smashes into the wall.
Lexland and Willy Six both got damage. Matt Cause doesn't. Toon Powers left the session, so
hopefully it doesn't cause a
slipstream.
slipstream. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of cars diving into the pits here, I think. Lexland having to
I think
lift. Willy
Panda's
Tick's
got
having
damage
to
on the
lift.
right hand side. Don't know if you can see that as well.
I'm just keeping an eye on this little train coming into the pits.
So the first person to go in is Lexland.
Yeah,
He's
got
got
a
5
5 second
seconds.
stop. Yeah. Has Panda got damage again? Yes, he has on the front right. Raver's Revenge has got damage on the front right. Dale has no damage. Lennon has no damage. Maccaws has damage.
He's only got that
has
recently.
none.
Blue flag. P9 after being dead last in turn 1. Turned it around.
Oh, we've got a battle between the two Renaults at the moment. So we've had the guys from 10th down to P17 all come into the pits at the end of lap 1. So unfortunate for them, but they just need to persevere because there will be some more incidents, I'm sure of it, coming into the race.
Depending on what tyres they put on, you could go to the end and not have to worry. So keep going.
Exactly. Some of these guys will have to make pit stops. Well, obviously the rest of the guys at Huntington will have to make pit stops, so it's now time to get the hammer down. Raver's Revenge is still in P3, in DRS range of Panda. I know DRS isn't in effect yet, but it will be come the start of lap 3. So he's performing out of his skin this evening, so fair play to him.
He's had a... Well, what I was going to say was both runners have started on the soft. So, and everyone above them is on the supers. So, very similar strategy from the both of them. Unless it was some fashion.
Exactly right. Well, lap 3 DRS has been enabled. Now the question is, if you was Ravers in P3 and Panda in P2, would you replace your wing?
Well, Panda doesn't look as though he's going to replace his wing, purely because he just didn't bother last race. He persevered with it. Houdini's going very slow through the S section at the back. He's got a fair bit of damage as well. Sorry.
No, you carry on.
Personally, I would not. I wouldn't even bother. I would just put my softs on, go to the end. But then you have got to think about it. Dale has got no damage, and he looks incredibly racy tonight.
He does, but the only thing with Dale can be quite erratic sometimes. He won't have a problem with me saying that. Sometimes he can be a bit over ambitious with moves. What he needs to do is just be a little bit patient and wait for the right opportunity. Someone like Baku, if you go for an overtake and get it wrong, it's effectively race over.
Not just yourself either.
No, exactly.
Pagani's picked up even more wing damage, and Blue Flag has binned it in that section, which I will call the cat and podium section.
Okay, Raver's Revenge has pitted.
Is he going to change his wing?
That's the big question. It certainly is the big question. Right, where is Cress? Cress is within DRS range of his teammate Chicken Guy, running in P6 and 7 respectively. Goes quite deep out of the exit of turn 1, and he's going to have DRS on him
Wing
again.
has not been changed for Ravers. Just the softs.
Well, so he's looking to possibly get the undercut on Panda here, and also create a bit more of a gap to Dale. So Blue Flag forgot to up his brake pressure. So this battle between the two Renaults is really closing up now. Chicken Guy, his traction's is losing it a little bit, and Cress has got the run on him here. Is he going to take a look? No, he's just going to show him in his mirrors that he is there.
AMK only 1.9 ahead of Panda. No 2. It's very racy tonight, AMK.
Yeah. Well, with all due respect in the world to AMK, he's very good when he's not under a lot of pressure. When he's under pressure, he doesn't always perform. That's of no disrespect, it's just honesty. So the 2 Renaults now coming through the fast, windy final couple of corners. Cress is half a second behind Chicken Guy, coming up to the longest straight on the calendar.
The Garni's got wing damage as well on the right side. Lucy's even more of it on that corner.
Well, if they're both on the soft tyres, one of them's going to have to pit a lap earlier than the other one. Otherwise they will stack, because they are very close on track to one another. I'm sure they'll be in a party. And this is currently the closest battle on track as it stands. Raver's Revenge came out behind these two in some clean air, so he's not in the worst position at all. Although his tyre is going to be a little bit more faded towards the end compared to some of the front runners, but if we have a look at the distance to leader, Ravens is 27.5 seconds off of AMK, so I think that's just outside of a pit stop. But
someone we have not mentioned, Mr. Matt Cause running in P5.
Yeah, it's a very good point.
Not a bad position for him.
Not at all.
Where did he start?
P6,
he's
I believe.
up 3 positions.
Oh, was it? Oh, it's start P8. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ravens has moved up to P8 after the pit stops. Just trying to keep an eye on that now. Do you reckon AMK and Panda will come in now?
We can have a look. AMK does. And stays out.
Gonna lose a bit
Dale
more time.
comes in. Potentially an undercut on Panda.
Now I'm going to go to Ravens and see if he gets out ahead of Dale. Well, sorry. If Dale gets out ahead of him. Now where is Dale in respect?
Dale's changed wing.
Has he?
Yeah, he changed his wing. So he's took a lot of time out of that.
So, yeah, so Ravens Revenge is currently on course here, should I say, for a podium. He is only 5.5 seconds off of the race, well, the provisional race leader, AMK, who I imagine will go on to win the race.
The question is, will Panda change his wing?
Now, AMK is only 1.5 seconds off of the 2 Renault drivers, so he's going to get caught up in some traffic because they won't probably pit till probably around the end of lap 8.
Yeah.
AMK is catching up to them very quickly, it must be said. Lovely helicopter shot.
Oh, I love that.
Beautiful shot. Now, AMK needs to not do anything silly. He's obviously quicker than Crest at the moment, but oh, AMK, that looks very close. Let's go to an on board. He's going to have to run on him here. I think, is that Crest coming into the pits, or is he just giving room?
I think he might, yeah, I think he just let him past.
Yeah.
Well, Lennon's come in. As did Panda, and Panda
Lennon
didn't
there,
change
and where
wing
is
by the looks
Ravers?
of it. Just behind Panda. I mean, to me, it looks like Panda's got more wing damage than Ravers on my screen.
Or Lennon is just over 2 seconds behind Ravers at the moment, so... And Pagani's on the back of Willie Tix. His DRS has been deployed.
That cause just behind Lexland even.
Yeah, again, there's quite a lot of very close battles on track. A lot of cars within a couple of seconds of one another. Oh, Alexander's very close to the top of that castle section there. And Pagani
So
very...
Chris and Chicken Guy, if they was to pit right now, they would come out round about 8th, 9th.
Yeah, somewhere within that bracket, wouldn't it?
Chicken Guy pits. So
Well, this would be a
almost
good
like
indication, won't it?
Yeah.
Oh, FTRL Daddy's gone. He's doing so well. Where's he lost it? Oh, he lost half his wing and he's retired the car, unfortunately. That's a shame. So Goy Carp's effectively in P13.
P9. Just behind Matt Coles.
There we go, he's going to be on the super soft tyres as well, so he's going to be racy.
Which means Cress will most likely pit.
Pagani having a job to catch up to the back of Willie Tix. What tyres is Willie on?
There's that damage, isn't it?
Oh, Willie Tix is on the medium tyres as well.
Yeah.
Pagani's on the soft.
Pagani's got...
Oh, he's got off the front wing. That's probably why.
Yeah.
Right, what is the closest battle on track? Right, Chicken Guy to the back of Matt Cause. Unfortunate for FTRL Daddy there, he had a really strong qualifying. P10. Baku is quite an unforgiving circuit.
Bit of profanity in the chat. But we don't we don't
don't mind that too much.
Yeah.
Okay, Panda is on the back.
As long as it's not...
Oh, Chris is coming to the pits.
So there's the top three at the moment.
Lennon's only closed up a couple of tenths from Ravers, so Ravers doing a very, very good job indeed.
So Chicken Guy jumps Cress there.
He was ahead of him. Chicken Guy was already ahead of Cress.
Alright. Well, this is... Cress has rejoined, and he's kind of the little missing piece, really, in these big train that could happen with Lexland and Pagani.
Yeah.
That could heat up, and Matt is still chasing down Lexland. Yellow in sector 1. Pagani.
Oh, he's lost it. Such a shame after a strong performance in Spain. Matt Corsney on the back of Lexland. Going through the castle section. Running in Rich, what's Lexland running? Oh, Matt Cors very close to that inside barrier there.
Would you say Chicken Guy's catching that, or would you say that gap's kind of stayed the same?
Yeah, no, he is. That time's coming down. Oh, Willie Tix has gone. So as it stands, Goy Carp is going to move up to P11. Oh, Goy Carp, no, he's gone.
No!
I jinxed him.
The commentator's curse.
Oh, so unlucky for Goy. So unlucky. So we've got 10 runners as it stands, because obviously Toon Patter has left the session. But let's go up to this battle now between Chicken Guy, Matt Cause, Lexand, and Cress is joining this very, very quickly as well.
That gap is staying the same between Lennon and Ravers, sorry.
Yeah, well, it's come down a couple of attempts.
What was that about, Matt?
Matt Cause is maintaining that gap to Chicken behind him. So he's driving pretty well at the moment. Considering that Chicken Guy is on the quicker tyre. Now Cress is looking quick.
Considering Matt's a big bottle,
yeah,
he is doing alright. It would be a shame if he was to smash it into the barrier.
Oh, Chicken Guy's gone very deep.
Oh, he might let his teammate go past here. Oh no, that's a very close through there. I think he tried to let his teammate go past, but they just didn't really coordinate really, and Cress nearly crashed into the back
Yeah,
of him.
I'm sure Cress is going to get him here.
Yeah, a little lunge down the inside.
Oh,
No, he locks up. Oh,
It looks like the two of them are racing though, fair play. No team orders at Renault. Cress is going to have the inside line here. Chicken's going to hold it though. Lovely racing from the two Renault drivers. Oh, this is going to be close. Who's got the bigger nerve? Cress has got it. Both locking up, fair play. Good driving. Now Lennon is slowly creeping up towards Ravers, but I don't think he'll have enough in the tank. Now welcome to Button in the stream. Hope you're enjoying your time away, mate. Seems like you've been gone for about a year. Oh, Matt Cause. Oh, he nearly bottled it.
he's very not erratic driver, more of a erratic personality really. His profanity sometimes gets the best of Matt. That's a fair comment. That's
fair comment indeed. Yes, Button, it's the second race of the evening, so we had Spain and AMK won that. Pagani came second and Goldie came third, one of the new drivers. And then obviously we are now in Baku, quite an eventful start to the race. In response to Imran in the chat, it is myself, my gamer tag FTRL _ Aaron and Rich T Gaming. We are commentating this evening. We'll probably tend to do most special events between the two of us.
yeah.
Matt Cause standing to the wall there slightly, but he's not lost any wing.
Can't gain any time doing that, mate. Those Renaults are catching him.
Yeah, certainly are.
Oh, and he's lost wing, left side.
Oh dear. Matt Cause going to be screaming.
I can imagine bleeps coming on if we was to edit this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that gap is really coming down with the two Renaults there.
Yeah, it really is.
It's losing Lexland.
It's quite interesting. Now, how much of a fight will Matt Cause put up? I imagine quite a big one.
It is now, AMK is on the last lap now.
Just in response to onto the podium in the chat, you don't have a girlfriend, so stop.
I was not expecting that.
So AMK currently leading the race by 7 seconds to FTRL Panda, and Raver's Revenge sitting just under 5 seconds off of Panda. Lennon has fallen back from Ravers in P4, 2 seconds off, and then Dale 2.5 seconds behind Lennon. Could have been more for Dale, but for that pit change, it could have put him right on the back of Ravers, I think. Lexan currently in P6, Matt Cors in 7th.
5/10 snap.
Yeah, the guy on our screen, Crest, really applying the pressure on the final lap. This could be a Stroll and Bottas ending to the race in the battle for P7. And then we've got Chicken Guy just over a second behind this battle on the other Renault car. Goldie in P10, and Toon Pata unfortunately has left the session.
Matt's struggling with that wing damage.
Yeah, he certainly is. Right, Crest hasn't been nailing that sort of downhill left, the sort of proper final corner, if you like, as opposed to the little weaves on the straight. He's not been nailing that too well. He needs to get a good exit here to have any chance of closing up to the back of Matt Cors.
It's better, it's much better.
It's much better than what it was. Matt Cors might have to lift through here, so this could be a good opportunity for him.
Oh, and he does.
He does. This could be close. But I think Matt Cors is just going to hold on. AMK takes the win from Panda. Ravers comes home in 3rd, Lennon in 4th, Dale in 5th, Lexan comes home in 6th. Matt Cors in 7th, holds off Crest. So good driving from Matt Cors there despite his wing damage. Chicken in P9, and Goldie rounds off the top 10 in the Haas car. We had Toon Pata still running, but a ghosted car. Number of retirements from Willie Tix, Pagani, Goikart, Houdini, the Quakes, Blue Flag, and someone else. If you can take the screenshots again for us, Dan.
Yes, mate, that's fine. Just to reply to you,
Thursday.
Button. Yeah, you will be well, you'll have a lot of time to relax before most likely the next special event, next Tuesday.
Oh yes. Bit of carnage at the start there. But
yeah.
Going into the final race of the evening, I believe the top 3 are in order of how they finished the last race. So Panda finished, I want to say 6th in Spain.
I believe it was. I'll get the screenshot up.
Panda, well, AMK is on 40 points, we know that much. Raver's Revenge, I believe, will be in 2nd place on 36 points.
Panda was 6th, yes.
So that means
So
he
that's
got
14.
15, I believe. First is 20, second is 19, third is 18, fourth is 17.
16, 15, yeah.
Yeah. Spanner gets 15, so
34.
yep, and Raver's Revenge is on 36, so that is the current top 3. So Raver's Revenge, 2nd in the championship, only 4 points off of AMK. If AMK has a poor race in Abu Dhabi, then Raver's Revenge could win the championship this evening, and Panda is 6 points off. So all to play for in Abu Dhabi. So brilliant effort so far from the guys. 1 race to go around the Yas Marina Bay circuit in Abu Dhabi. Dan, who are you tipping for pole on this one? We know nothing about anyone's pace around Abu Dhabi because I don't think we've done it for months.
I have no idea. Just gonna go with like Ravers, maybe.
You reckon Ravers are going to get pole?
He needs it.
Ooh,
Yeah, he needs it.
he does. So
4 points behind.
he needs to finish 5 places above AMK in this race. Anything can happen, as we know.
Usually does.
Exactly. Anything can happen in FTRL, and it usually does. I'm gonna again. I think for me, it's got to be between Panda and AMK again. They're both excelled with the qualifying this evening. As has Ravers, to be fair to him. As has Pagani. As has Dale. Who are we tipping for pole in the chat tonight, guys? For this final race of the evening. Pagani has said not me. Lennon has said not me. Well, we never put you into consideration, Lennon, because you're just too slow. Sorry, did I say that out loud? I didn't mean it. A button saying panda, panda, panda. A button's tipping you for pole here, Dan.
Yeah.
Very
I
nice
just
of him.
took over someone's car. Yeah. Done the Duresta. Quickly jumped in.
Yep.
Gonna
Imran
get out and go
saying,
out by a finished person.
Imran saying Quakes and X-Lex saying looking good for mid-pace dudes. I definitely agree. All the new guys have been really impressive, to be fair. Since the first week. What we'll do at the end of this, Dan, we'll get a few of the drivers in and do some interviews if you like.
No, I don't really like the FTRL boys. Quite rude.
Aaron, you still haven't beat me in FTRL. Well, I will. Just saying. It's only because you bottled the Performance League then, but anyway.
Oh.
Thank you,
Come
Connor.
on, Ravers.
Exactly. Well, we all like an underdog story, so we are fully behind Ravers Revenge. That's no detriment to AMK, but we all like an underdog story. Ravers Revenge.
Fellow Evertonian.
Fellow Evertonian, that is a very true statement. Now, where is Ravers Revenge? I can't. It keeps changing, and it's very, very upsetting.
Oh, he's retired. That is not good.
No, Ravers, he's gone. Well,
Okay.
he's going to have the race of his life to win this. Let's take it on board with the FTRL champion that is Panda. Coming down the very, very long straight, taking the Brendan Lee corner.
Oh, is that what we're going to call it?
Oh yeah.
Blue flag in P3 at the moment.
And the chicken guy's
P4
up there
now.
as well.
Yeah.
Matt Caw's in P5. He's going strong.
He's gonna bustle it, don't worry.
Well,
P4.
Panda looks very comfortable here, I must say. One of my least favourite tracks, Abu Dhabi, to drive, but hopefully it lights up the stream for the final race of the evening.
I enjoy the scenery more than the actual track.
Yeah. And Panda crosses the line for 136. Oh, only just beats AMK. Oh, Simon got disqualified. Okay. Now, anything can happen from here. Ravers Revenge, unfortunately, missing out there, but who knows what could happen. So, we have got AMK just missing out on pole from Panda, who occupy the first row of the grid. Chicken Guy with a fantastic qualifying in P3 alongside Pagani in P4. Matt Cawes and Willie Tix on the third row. Then we've got Goldie and the Quakes on the fourth row. Crest and X-Lex Sand round off the top 10. And we've got FTRL Daddy Goy Carp. And then no times from Houdini, Blue Flag, Ravers and Lennon. So there's some quick guys at the back. So I imagine it could be a quite a good scrap coming through the field.
Yeah.
Now, will anything dramatic happen at the start of this race?
It's quite a tight turn one.
Well, AMK needs to finish within 5 places of Panda. So even if Panda finishes first, AMK can afford to finish 6th. Raver's Revenge needs to have the race of his life. But can AMK make it 3 wins from 3?
But I'm saying Rovers is going to win the championship.
Well, we will see very, very soon. We are 5 lights and away we go for the final race of the evening. AMK gets quite a poor start, but Panda's had a fantastic start. Chicken Guy and Panini going side by side. Pagani gets through. Chicken Guy's had a slight wobble. There's a yellow flag.
There's Houdini and FTRL Daddy, and Houdini's rejoined the track, and Daddy thought he would ghost, and he's out.
Oh, no way. Oh, who's that? That is Chicken Guy. Have a look up the inside of Pagani. Matt Coors in P5. Started very strong. Raver's Revenge is up to P12 already, so certainly a statement of intent from the Sauber driver all the way soon. The Chicken Guy's run off the track, unfortunately.
3 drivers have. There's a rejoin. Willie Tix, Goldie and Cress all rejoin at the same time. He's very bunched up in this DRS straight.
Certainly is. Right, let's check in with Ravers. Ravers is in P10 now. Oh, there's a bit of a collision there in front of him. So the Quakes, Goldie's in the back of Ravers. Some of these guys are going to have to go into the pits as well. Lennon has retired from the session, unfortunately for him. Some of these guys will have to pit, so Ravers just needs to be patient.
Ravers lose a tiny bit of his wing.
Who, Ravers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I saw that. Yeah, I think the Quakes is definitely sporting some wing damage on his front right. Yes, he is. Virginia's left the session. Hopefully that doesn't cause too many problems with the slipstream. It's Lexand in P6.
Now, unless AMK was to bottle it, at this moment he picks up a penalty. At this moment in time, he does win the championship. Now, I remember a Toro Rosso and a Mercedes involving Brendan Lee, and there's a collision.
That's a good point.
I'm not saying that's going to happen, but there's a possibility. Matt Coors, P4. Chicken Guy, P5. Blue Flag has gone up loads of positions, I believe.
Yeah, he's up 7 so far.
Ravers up 5 on the back of Cress. Will he dive down the inside? No, he won't.
Close. Cress with a little bit of lag there, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's looking like that to me. Goycop's on the grass. He's completely put that down by the looks of it.
I think Goy's practicing manual gears, to be fair to him, so I think this could just be a case of trial and error for him. Put himself in that environment, just try and complete some races. Cress is on the back of the Quakes now in the battle for P9. No Tice tonight, Button, unfortunately. The Quakes has picked up a 3-second time penalty. Cress is taking a look now. This could be a very well orchestrated move if he makes this stick, which I think he's going to. Lovely move. Cress has some very, very good race etiquette. Now let's go to FTRL Blue Flag, who is in a battle with ex-Lexand. in the battle for P6. Not too much happening at the moment. AMK is only 6 tenths behind Panda in the battle for the lead, so we will go and jump to that battle now.
Darnie picks up a penalty.
Yeah, easily done. Very easily done. Now,
Rovers started on the supers as the Quakes dives in the pits. DRS range for AMK.
Matt Core's going strong in P4.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's not too much to shout about in this race so far. A lot of the guys fairly close together, but not a lot happening. Nobody really within that distance where they could be threatening the move, but now DRS is going to come into play.
Blue flag very late on the brakes there. Becoming a bit of a train between Matt down to 7th.
Yeah, certainly is. Xlexan's caught up to the back of Chicken Guy. Two of the new drivers for FTRL.
By the time being here, Matt causes a bit of a veteran. And so is Blue Flag.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Blue Flag's one of the biggest veterans.
He's as much of a veteran as me, basically. He was one of the first people to join FTRL. So out of the people racing this evening, I think the people that were in the first ever championship of FTRL that's in here, one of them was Pagani, or Panini should I say, one of them was Blue Flag, Raver's Revenge. He's actually been in from the start, and that is it, I believe. I think Lennon might have done. I'm not so sure whether he joined a few weeks later or not, but oh, hello, Chicken Guy and Matt Claus. He tried to sell him the dummy up the inside there, so it can be done. It can be done, but Matt Claus covered it, which caused Chicken to crash into the back of him. Could we see a Brendan Lee move here? He's gone to the outside.
Pagani picked quite early there.
Certainly did, right. Oh, there we go. Xlexan's come through out of nowhere and claimed P4. Now we've got Blue Flag on the back of Chicken Guy in the battle for P5.
AMK is very close to Panda.
Ravers Event sitting in P8 at the moment.
He's working his socks off here. Reminds me of a younger dresser guy in a car.
Oh, Blue Flag almost clattered into the back of Chicken Guy.
And they both pit, the race leaders pit.
So the two of them are fit together there. Who else is going to join them?
Matt Claus and Chicken Guy.
So third and fifth pit, and fourth and sixth stay out. So the new race leader will be
5 seconds.
Oh no way! The new race leader will be Xlexan. Blue Flag will be in P2. Ravers Revenge is now into P3. So I imagine Ravers is going to pit at the end of lap 6. And he's just picked up a 3-second time penalty. Yeah, that front wing damage is causing him problems. Really unfortunate for Ravers.
Yeah.
AMK very, very nearly binned it. Oof. That would throw a massive spanner in the works. if AMK
Yeah,
was to retire the car.
Podiums in the chat.
Oh, it would cause mayhem if AMK was to bin it from here. I mean, credit where it's due, he's driven very, very well this evening.
Yeah, well, pressure sometimes makes diamonds, or it pushes people.
Right, we've got
He
Goldie.
does also have a 3-second time penalty.
Who, AMK?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Panda really needs someone to split them so he can pull up a bit of a gap and hope from somewhere that AMK gets held up somewhere.
Yeah. Don't think that's going to come though.
It's looking quite unlikely. Well, Pagani's only 2 seconds off the race leaders here.
Yeah, he's flying at the moment.
Yeah, well, Goldie is looking to get himself into the top 10, just behind the Quakes as it stands. Ravers has come out the pits and rejoined in P9.
He'll be after this big
Oh,
battle
Goldie's
here.
off. Oh, that was very close indeed. Well,
This
after
four-car battle still goes on.
well, that very impressive debut race shows that Goldie does have pace. Oh, Matt Cause with a horrific dive on Chicken Guy.
He's got the move done.
Yeah, awful
Into
move
people.
though. In fairness, you should have given that back. That wasn't a particularly clean move, to say the least. And Chicken Guy has now lost 3 places because of it. So, not the most impressive of moves from Matt Cause there.
Danish dive bomb.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I don't like seeing that when someone dive bombs like that and pushes somebody off track. Like it infuriates me.
Yeah, he's in Ricardo's car by the looks of it, so.
Yeah.
But not for any more onto the podium. So, he'll be quite happy I've said that.
Chicken Guy on the back of Blue Flag had a much better exit. Blue Flag's going to hold the inside line for turn 1. Chicken Guy backs off.
Gonna get a good exit out of there though, a lot of pace.
Now, if you get on board with Chicken Guy, I imagine he'll do some a specific type of line through here, then go up the inside of Blue Flag. There we go. Called it.
Good move, that is.
Very good move. Crest did exactly the same thing earlier. There's a battle between the Quakes and Goldie. They are basically side by side down the long straight. DRS has been deployed.
Losing a lot of time to Panda at the moment.
Yeah, Goldie's got the move done on the Quakes in the battle for P10. Oh, shocking. Luckily, they kind of got sandwiched together there, but not the best of moves from the Quakes, I've got to be honest.
Oh, and he dives back up. He forces him off like Brendan Lee.
Well, it seems fitting.
Now on the back of Cress.
Ravers on those ultra soft tyres.
Oh,
Oh,
Cress hits the wall.
Ravers got to look for this. Oh, on the corner, Ravers has got the inside line. And he makes it stick. Did Crest pick up wing damage from that? Yes, he did. Front left. Okay, Ravers is going to be battling back for forward. AMK is really dropping off. So what has
I
happened?
was thinking.
Unless he is just being sensible because he knows he's going to win the championship here, but where is blue flag? Here he is. He's on the back of Chicken Guy. And he's fighting his way back through the field after that move from Matt Cause. But the podium looks set as it stands. These guys some 11.5 seconds off Pagani in P3.
Would be a shame if AMK was to lose connection for being sensible. We like to see a battle, and we're being denied it at the moment.
Yeah, we certainly are. But we've got about 5 laps to go. So effectively now this becomes just your standard online 5-lap lobby. The race starts now.
Don't say that because carnage will erupt.
Yeah. Well, Chicken Guy is on the back of the Quakes. Oh, he's had a wobble. How he's kept that. It looked like he was destined for the wall. Willie Tix down in 12th, picks up a 3-second time penalty. So far we've had retirements from Houdini, Lennon and FTRL Daddy. Now Pagani is half a second behind AMK.
The Sunday League term, leave something on him, has just sprung into my mind.
Yeah. Hopefully the camera angle changes soon. There we go. Well, Pagani definitely looks quicker than AMK.
Unless AMK's running in like lean or something, I have no idea.
Well, when I went to him, he's running in rich, so I think he's just struggling, to be honest. It's all well and good having 1 lap pace around a specific track, but you need to be able to back that up throughout the course of a race distance.
Very true.
Well, Panda has done all he can do so far. I think we might stay with this battle now for P2. Pagani really giving it the beans now.
I've never heard that sentence before.
Well, giving it the beans?
Yeah.
It's a Cockney thing, mate.
Yeah, that's probably why. That cause has been rewarded for that dive bomb in P4. Unless Karma was to lightning strike him on the track, I think he'll sustain that.
Yeah, I think AMK's pushed, I think, now, since Pagani got within DRS range, because he's just out of it now. Pagani needs to give this absolutely everything now if he wants to get P2 in the final few laps of the Grand Prix. Closest battle on track is the little train between 5th and 7th. Goy Karp has retired from the session. What has happened to Goy Karp? And he's lost a wheel. Coming, is that coming out? Oh no, it's at the sort of lap 2-3 part.
Yeah.
Okay, Pagani's got past AMK. So AMK has had a wobble. Okay, Pan just picked up a 3-second time penalty, but I don't think it's going to affect him too much. AMK side by side with Pagani going into turn 1. Pagani holds it very nicely around the outside. Chicken Guy, half a second now to select sand.
He also picks up a penalty. Quite a harsh penalty that was.
AMK.
Alexander's chasing well.
In DRS range, in a Mercedes. Well, looked like he broke quite late there.
Yeah, DRS will be enabled again.
Yeah, Pagani's got a bit more extra fuel than AMK, about half a lap more. The fuel light has just come on. He can't afford to be running in rich at the moment. Oh, he's gone very deep. Is he going to take a look? Oh no, Pagani closed the door. Fair play, he had the line. As we approach the second to last lap, most of the guys are still relatively close to one another. I think penalties will have an effect in this race. I think AMK's got one or two. I think Pagani might have one or two as well. So it could actually be a battle for position.
Matt Course will definitely have one for that dive bomb.
Yeah, he's got a few. I think Matt Course.
Yeah.
But no, we're going to stay with this battle, I think, because if something happens and we miss it, see Matt Calls in the background, followed by Alexander Chicken Guy. Pagani's fending him off here nicely, so
not enough to do damage. That's the important thing, yeah.
Exactly. AMK always runs very, very deep at that second DRS straight.
Yeah, he does that quite a bit.
At the end of it, yeah, he seems to be doing it quite a lot. Chicken Guy now within 2 attempts. He's looking racy. Now he does have a 3-second time penalty, but then again I think all of the other guys in this train, I'm pretty sure they all have at least one, so again, even after penalties, this could be a battle for position. Ooh. Chicken's run a little bit deep. AMK within 2 attempts again. Let's skip back to that battle. As we are on the final lap of the Grand Prix, FTRL Panda, the current reigning champion of this racing league, is asserting his dominance in this race. Unfortunately, going to miss out on the championship this evening, but for any issues on the final lap. AMK looks on course to win it. He's just within a few attempts of Pagani now. Pagani's going to hold on, I think, unless there are any mistakes. Matt Cors had a good solid drive here. Bit of a stupid move on Chicken Guy, which unfortunately cost him a few positions, but overall he's done a good job this evening, I think.
Yeah, overall, I'd say he's my vote personally as the admins.
Yeah, I don't think AMK is going to try anything at the moment. Could there
I'd be very
be?
surprised if he did.
Could there be any movements in this little train? I don't think there will be. I don't think anyone.
Panda wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
Yeah, Panda comes home. Oh, Pagani's run wide. Oh, that was so close.
The deep breath from myself and you.
Yeah, if he didn't save that, that was game over. But tonight's champion is the Northern Irishman. AMK picks up 2 race wins and a 3rd place in 3 races, so excellent driving from him. Finishes the night on 58 points. FTRL Panda finishes the night on 55 points, I believe it is.
So Matt Cores drops down to 6
Yeah,
in the
Matt
end
got
with
down to
5 laps
P6.
fifth.
Ravers moved up to 7th, Chicken Guy in 8th. Ex-Lexan comes home in 4th, so a good result for him as well. And Chris and Goldie round off the top 10. Willie Tix comes home in 11th, and the Quakes comes home in 12th place. And then Goy Carp, Houdini, and a couple of others, DNF. Okay. So I'm just popping a message into all of the chats, because we'll get a few drivers in. So a lot less action than I was kind of expecting for this evening, but we still did see a few decent moves on track this evening.
Yeah.
But let's just wait and see anybody. Pagani will join, so the final standings, we've got them all there. If we just return back to the main lobby, I will just invite Pagani to the party. We'll get Panda in here as well. I'm sure he'll do it. Raver's Revenge. Pagani will be with you in just a second, mate.
Yeah, no worries. Just mention my voice is being allowed to share. Can't see, I'll have to put a light on. It's a wee bit dark.
Fantastic. Right, we're just waiting for one or two more to jump in, and then we'll kick start with a few questions. Just see if anybody else wants to jump in. I think Raver's Avenger is going to be coming in. He is here already. Fantastic.
As a prerequisite, kind of like not talk about Baku.
Well, we're going to. Right,
Okay.
first of all, Ravers, let's start with you, mate.
Damn. Okay.
The first couple of races, you were absolutely superb, mate. I think that was, what was it, a fourth and... Was it 2 fourth places or a fourth and a third?
Fourth and third, yeah, I came third at Baku.
Exactly, mate.
Yeah.
And what happened in Abu Dhabi, was it just a bit of a... Go on.
I invalidated my quali first turn, just went wide, and I was like, oh, never mind. But and then just tried to, I think what did I start 16th and finish 7th? So it wasn't too bad.
No, I was just going to say that, because you was... I think, what was he down? About 4 points behind AMK into going to the final race?
Yeah, that's how much it was.
Yeah, so
Was
just
it?
4 points behind AMK by the way that we was running it this evening. So I think every man and his dog in the stream and so on were all kind of rooting for you throughout that, mate. So it was quite a shame. But how did it feel this evening? How was it on track with some people? Did you enjoy it? Talk us through it.
Oh man, yeah, it was good fun. Right, a couple of new drivers in there. Good to see those in there as well. That quali on Spain, wet quali. I don't know how I just managed to just put one lap together and ended up second, but then pace-wise, just dropped down, just dropped like a lead balloon, really. But yeah, man, it was good fun.
Because that was some battle in Spain between, I think it was you, Lennon, I think Goldie was in there as well, and it was really kind of push come to shove really as to who was going to get the final podium spot, wasn't it really? So, but I mean, backing it up with Baku coming home in third as well, because you got wing damage in Baku if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I had wing damage Baku and just the last one, Abu Dhabi as well.
Oh,
I had wing damage from lap 1 on Abu Dhabi. But yeah, actually Baku, yeah, I got wing damage, but I noticed that Panda had gone into the wall on like I think lap 1 or 2, and I thought if he pits, I'll pit, and he didn't. But then I thought I'll pit like lap 4. And try a little undercut. It didn't work, but I managed to keep in front of Lennon, and then I had loads of fuel, so it was alright.
Yeah, because it was quite a bit squeaky bum time around Baku, because I think when Lennon came out the pits, you just come around the final corner, so you got about a second and a half ahead of him, and he got it down to literally like milliseconds off of DRS range, and then I think you must have responded to that, and then you pushed him back to a couple of seconds, but it looked very, very close. But overall, mate, I thought you were superb tonight, so thank you for taking part, and I hope you enjoyed it.
No, thanks, man. Yeah, thanks for the invite, and yeah, I did.
Nice one, mate. Nice one. Dan, do you want to move on to either Panda or Pagani? Take your pick.
Not really a fan of Paul, so I will. So, wasn't really the quali you wanted in Spain, but you made a good go of it with Dale. Talk us through that race.
Yeah, it didn't. The quali was a bit crazy. Obviously, the wet. Even though it said it was really, really raining, but then it told us all to go out and into. So I think it must have been that crossover bit. So it was really tricky. But then in the race, I got wing damage really early on, so that didn't work. Tried to pit early to change the wing. Accidentally put the repair wing on no instead of yes. So then I had that for the entire race. So then I was basically defending from Dale for mid laps, but it was a really good battle. I hope you got my Dale got me switched back on that stream.
I think I did. I think
on the quakes.
I vaguely remember you doing a switchback.
If there was a switchback, Aaron will have sensed it.
I didn't think you could miss out on.
In fairness, I think I called it, didn't I, Dan?
Yeah.
I can't remember, but I'm sure I did. I'm sure I did. But I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, but anyway, it was a good battle with Dale, and Spain was a really fun race. Yeah.
Baku, why didn't you change your wing when you went in the pits?
Well, it was only like light green. It was okay, so I just decided to leave it.
Looks more than that on the stream. I think Ravers did the exact same thing, and you literally came out, I think, about 5 tenths ahead of Ravers. Did you think he was going to catch you?
No, not really. Sorry, Ravers. It was just for that capital section I kept getting like quite a bit of time, so I was like, I should be alright.
Okay, so the last race was Abu Dhabi, and you really pulled away from AMK. What was your thoughts going through there? Did you think he was lightning quick, or?
I didn't think I was particularly good at Abu Dhabi. I think I just have a really nice setup for it, so it just sort of works.
Qualifying was really close.
Yeah, it was really, like 2,000 or something, wasn't it?
It was. Well, you was
I think the
very
slipstream
close.
glitch helped me. Put it that way.
Yeah, I'm just quite disappointed in that. You was very close to it as well. The points, I think you went in about 1 or 2 points
Behind Ravers.
it
Yeah,
wasn't. It was
it was 1 or 2
6,
points
wasn't
behind
it?
Ravers. So I think he
Yeah.
was 6 behind AMK going into it, so he finished up. I think it was just 4 points off. But one quick question I've got for you, Will, is obviously being the newly crowned FTRL champion. Many would have put their money on you, odds on, to win this tonight, and many people have been messaging me saying that you're a bit of a failed champion. What would your response be to those people?
I've only been champion for one day. Give it a rest. Jesus.
Well, unfortunately, by being the best, you have to, live up to these expectations. And a lot of people are very angry with you. There's people rioting outside my house, all sorts of stuff going on. So, hopefully you can step this up a little bit now, mate, because we'll have to wait and see what happens. But a lot of people, a lot of expectation on you.
On top.
Yeah, no, you're not allowed to do that. Dan, is that all you've got for Panda?
Be sure to join him tomorrow night at 8 PM for the performance.
Love that plug.
Oh,
there you go.
But
Love that plug.
Link's good, isn't it?
He's done it a couple of times. He's good at that. Right, I will move.
Good to one commentator then.
I will move on to Pagani, and then I've got one final special question for Ravers at the end, so we'll have to see how that one goes. But Pagani, talk us through your evening, mate, because you had a very strong performance in Spain, and then I think Baku was a bit of a write-off, and then you redeemed yourself back in Abu Dhabi. Then do you think if you held it a bit more around Baku, you could have been up there with those guys at the end of the championship?
Well, somebody decided not to break it into turn 3 at Baku, so I had no chance. I don't know who it was. But it took about 4 of us.
Simon.
No, Simon was turn 1.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who it was, but it killed 4 of us. I think 4 of us had to come in lap 1 for a wing change, and
I think there was about 8 of you at the end of that one in Baku.
Then I ran into Willie Tix, but I won't comment on that. I've done enough of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Spain, I sort of looked out because it let me change my tyres on the grid.
Oh, nice.
So I was like one of the only people to start on the mediums. Wait, it did rain, so I thought more people would start on the mediums. But it seemed everybody started on the soft, so I sort of snuck through. Then Abu Dhabi AMK decided to make me his plaything. Well, he was 2 seconds a lap faster than me, and then all of a sudden he was behind me.
Yeah, that was weird. So, what happened with the overtake? Because we was kind of tuning back and forth from your battle, and I think he was
pulled
about
over
half.
to let me through.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Ah, right.
And then put on the end that the guys in the stream said that he should do something to make it entertaining.
Right. Ah, fair enough. Well, personally, I think you would have caught him anyway because you caught up to him very, very quickly. I think then you lost a couple of attempts, but I don't know. You looked like you was gaining on him again by the telemetry on the side.
Round the fast right-hander in sector 1. He had a few wiggles through there. I caught 2 seconds in 1 lap.
Right.
But like I say, it was pulling about 3/10 a lap on me, so it was
fair enough.
a big struggle.
And one final question for you then, mate. Out of obviously being an admin, out of the this obviously isn't the pick, but out of the new drivers, who kind of impressed you tonight? Out of obviously the likes of Xlexan, Chicken, Goldie was one, Cress, the Quakes. There was quite a few of them. So did anyone stand out to you on track tonight?
I think Goldie had a very good first race. I remember rightly.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I think Xlex was in front of me in Baku. He hit early, but he came back through, so it was another good drive. I think all of them have had a decent night, to be honest. It's looking very good for the next game.
Certainly is. I think Chicken Guy was quite unlucky at the end. He was battling for P4 in Abu Dhabi, and then Matt Cause came out of nowhere with the almightiest lunge I've ever seen. Pushed him off track, and he lost about 3 positions. So it was quite unlucky for him tonight. But
we were in a party with him at the time.
Oh right. Did he do his typical guilty laugh?
But he wasn't particularly happy with a move that was placed on him 2 laps earlier.
Oh, if it was the one where Chicken went up the inside of him at the end of turn, I don't know, the turn before the long straight, it was a superb move, and Matt just didn't read it. But well, we'll have to wait and see. But go on.
Sure.
No,
according to Matt, it was a half spin that he caused, and he just wasn't very happy.
No, I watched it. He's talking rubbish. But no, overall. So one final question goes to you, Ravers. So as we have seen across our social media channels, you are very much stirring the porridge, should I say, for this unprecedented battle between Goy Carp and Tice for the new season. What's your thoughts and what's going to happen?
They hate each other. It's got to the stage now where they barely talk, and it's just so awkward in the party with them. I think I've gone too far. No, I'm only kidding. It's good because, like, you know, Tice doesn't qualify, Goy hasn't practiced as much as us lot, and it gives them something to bloody aim for. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Goy's practicing manual gears. Tice is going to. What did he say he was going to do for the new game? I think he's going to turn off brake assist. I was in a party with them both tonight, so. Yeah, but you know, bit of needle. It's all good.
Exactly. Well, the good thing is for the structure for the new game that we've got. Obviously, we've already panned out the kind of divisions in an ideal world. Obviously, that does depend on who takes the new game better than others and stuff like this. But we've actually got a lot of guys, and some of the guys in here that have joined and whatnot, joined the league recently. A lot of them have had no league racing experience, and a lot of them are brand new to the game and stuff like this. So there could be sort of 5, 6, 7 of them that could be in the same sort of position. So with all due respect in the world to them, that kind of gives them the aim to kind of be the best of that bunch. So it could be quite an interesting season going into 2018. But no, well, thank you very much to you all for your efforts this evening. Thank you, Dan, for your commentary and being my partner as always.
Yeah, that's alright.
And we will, nice and enthusiastic from Dan, love that. But anyway, right, we have got the third to last race of the performance season, as Dan's plugged about 78 times this evening. That is being brought live to you tomorrow night, hopefully by Panda if he doesn't bottle it. Live from...
Will Aaron bottle a race?
Probably.
Are you still annoyed that I called you a bottle job in that Russia video?
Listen,
This has got to.
Listen, we're going to talk about this later, alright? But anyway. But yeah, right, boys, we've got Russia tomorrow night, 8 PM, live on this channel. Hope you all enjoyed the stream this evening, and we will see you all tomorrow. There'll probably be another special event next Tuesday, and I'm sure me and Dan will be commentating on that, so please be sure to join us then. But thank you all very much, and we will see you soon.